So why invest in real estate? I believe investing in real estate is much, much safer than any other thing. If you know that cryptocurrency, for example, has grown tremendously in 2021, but it crashed immediately and people lost almost $1 trillion in late last year. So it is very unpredictable, right? That's not with the real estate. We study real estate in a long-term pattern at the gap of 5, 10, 15, or 20 years. Here is a research which was published, the links are below here, which was published based on the data of 25 years. That is from year 1993 to year 2018, right? We are not including the last 2 years, guys, because last 2-3 years is a blip, is a small blip where we have seen unprecedented growth. Now, that actually excites many people, and that actually scares few aspiring investors because they don't have enough money. They're doing cat and rat chase. They save some money and suddenly the prices go up. Now they have to save more money for the down payment, right? That's what's happening in reality. But if we remove that this abnormality for last 2 years, and we study the data in a long-term scenario, you will see that the prices of house and land grows by 7.6% per annum, and the capital growth of apartment is around 6.3% per annum. All right, this is based, the data is based from CoreLogic, which is basically what we say is a mother source of all the research in real estate in Australia. And the rental yield is 2.8 and 3.6% respectively. So if you do these figures, the growth pattern of houses and apartment is not very far, not very different. The problem is that many people believe that apartment doesn't grow or only houses grow, because that for the apartment, we have to do some investment with the more analysis, more research. And that's why we are here. We'll do the data presentation today for different, for a specific suburb today, based on for both apartments and houses, and we'll see what we can achieve. So based on my previous slide, as we say that houses grow by 7.6%, and apartments grow by 6.3%. Now, if we include last 1 or 2 years data, you will see that the growth pattern can be from 7.6 to 9.4%. So I just mentioned that figure here, but for our analysis, we'll just keep 7.6% and 6.3% as we're looking at the long-term vision, right? And if you keep the same amount of money, which you should invest in real estate in a bank, you will earn 1 to 2% interest in Australia. So let's say, let me minimize it. So let's say you invest your $100,000 in bank and you get 2% interest. So your year-on-year growth is around $2,000. But if you invest that money in house and land, you pay a 10% down payment, stamp duty. So and with a 7.6% increase in the capital growth, your year-on-year growth would be $54,000. Now, this $54,000 is not on your original investment, because here you're leveraging your credit borrowing. So this $54,000 is a 7.6% of $720,000. That is the value of your property, right? If you invest the same amount of money in apartment, and if we take that average figure of 6.3% per annum growth, your annual year-on-year development capital growth would be around $45,000, which is 6.3% of $720,000. Now, if you look at all these expenses, let's say it is an investment property, you pay interest, you pay council water, strata, insurance, tenant insurance, unforeseen expenses. Generally, unforeseen expenses for houses is a bit higher as compared to apartment, because strata takes care of a lot of expenses. So I just took to assume few figures here, and your rental based on 2.8 and 3.6% return is this much. Now, if you look at this, house have more capital growth, that's true. But for houses to maintain your monthly payment, you have to put some money from your own pocket. That's the price you have to pay when you buy a house as an investment. But in apartments, generally, most of the expenses are paid, even with only 2.8%. Even with 3.6% rental return. Now, with the depreciation and everything, At the end of the year, this is your ROI. They're not very far, guys. If you invest same amount of money in house, in long run, you can earn up to 54%. And if you invest in apartments, you can earn up to 51%. They're not very far. In today's market, I would say this figure is quite far. But in either way, you will earn more money than putting your money in your bank. And I just showed in the previous slide that we all need to invest to have a secure retirement.